Response video to Tom Gurriello. Again. Don't know if he'll see this, but whatever. I'll post it anyway. And I'll try not to be as long and boring, but, try to keep the content high. But anyway, alright, look. All this talk and yammer, but there's no talking about, yes, you can't anticipate this, you can't well, yeah, but there's a lot of, you say there's stuff to learn, there's been lots of stuff to learn. You don't have to look very hard at this thing to see a lot of glaring problems. The first one is, I think, just really obvious, is that people are here for different reasons, okay? They're not all on the same mission. There's some people that just want to do this social interaction thing, and then there's other people who want to do the, yeah, let's, beat some ideas to pieces and, try to find some sort of truth that might, have some sort of implication somewhere. And the little fucktards, they can't even deal with that. No, they just malign it and ridicule it and, 2,000 views out of 7 billion people. Yeah, well, that's not the fucking point. I suppose every idea or every good idea started with one person. And so fuck you. Fuck the noise and the nonsense, the clutter you put in the way of anybody trying to do anything constructive. Make your jokes at each other. Go find another clown with the red nose and the big feet, and you can go laugh at each other. Just stay out of the real serious stuff, the place where people are actually trying to accomplish something with their lives or with their words, or with this stupid camera vloggy stupid fucking thing. Alright? Yeah, I just, obviously there probably should be 2 rooms or something, or 2 colors of icon, to distinguish people who wish to engage in something meaningful and people who wish to just play. Alright? Because they're not the same fucking thing and they don't mix well. Alright, so that's one thing we should be able to fucking agree on. That we end, well, whatever. Alright, the other thing is there's got to be some way to work the conflict thing out. And, as I see it, my perspective from what I'm seeing that seems quite obvious, is that your terms of service have to be rather explicit and comprehensible. I mean, they have to implicit. They have to say something direct. They can't say something ambiguous and subject to interpretation and all that crap. At least there has to be a guiding principle underneath it all. Like, yes, the ideal of free speech, and then this, qualifier of responsible free speech. And, then you just have to take the word responsible and try to give that some definition. And I don't even think that's that difficult. I only think there's, from my perspective, I only see 2 ways to violate somebody on this website, considering that every fucking button we press voluntarily. So the only things to me that can possibly be a violation are, intrusions of privacy and abuses of property. Okay, I mean, some people are just going to laugh at that whole concept, but this is our material. These are our words, okay? We put them out here not to have somebody fucking abuse them. We put them out here to receive some sort of feedback, yes. But that feedback has to be responsible. And as soon as that feedback turns into something like, well, where do you work? How much money do you have? Why is your hair so long? Well, that probably doesn't count. But this crap where all of a sudden, the bullshit isn't staying, just through their lens. They're trying to get in through the other side, okay? They're trying to reach through that fucking screen and grab a piece of somebody else's life, all right, and play with it. I mean, as soon as somebody's obligating somebody, and I mean a real obligation, to respond, all right, then that has to be done responsibly. It can't be done in a manner that, like I said, is where they're being obligated to defend their personal life. That's bullshit. I mean, we should all be able to agree on that. It shouldn't be that fucking complex. It shouldn't be problematic. It's like maybe the definition of pornography. You goddamn know it when you fucking see it. All right. So I mean, I think it's just bullshit that we can't find some way to agree that that's where the real violations are. All right, and then you might have some minor standard where some measure of hostility is completely unwarranted and imbalanced. But I think that's when everything starts getting very mushy. Like I said, then you start playing the games, because then some articulate asshole will sit there and take 3 sentences to malign and ridicule that is nothing better than, accusing somebody of the classic child molester or some other bullshit. And then you'll sit there, but when somebody says it explicitly and directly, that's a violation. I mean, it's just, that's where the bullshit starts. So fuck that shit. And so I think the way to solve those kind of problems, when it just becomes a conflict between 2 personalities that just aren't going to be able to coexist, there has to be some sort of mechanism to resolve that. And it should be some better mechanism than, well, whoever is just not going to get into the mud. Because there's some things I'm just not going to do. I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to research somebody's life so I can sit there and, start wedging with it. And I'm not going to get out Photoshop and start fucking with things. I'm not going to get out the video editor and start fucking with things. Because it's a bullshit tactic. It's crap rhetoric. So whatever. I mean, I guess we just fundamentally disagree on the fact that this is just system design. I mean, you can keep talking about like you can't manage it, like it's some unknown science that's sitting out there, and we just haven't discovered how to quite organize it. But I don't think anybody's really working on it. And I think every time you try to work on it, somebody's just going to fucking put another pie in somebody's face, or smash a cupcake on their head, or some other fucktarded bullshit, because that clown audience isn't being kept in their fucking corner. Anyway, I still think I like accountability should be part of any community. We should all know who each other is and who each other supports. I think it'd be good to have a rating system and where you get to say, yeah, that guy's good, that guy sucks. Like he talks a lot of crap and shit and bullshit. There's got to be some sort of mechanism, and there's lots of ways you can design it, but I'm just saying there's no really capacity to even have a conversation about how you might do that, because everybody's stuck in this like mold. It's like with your goddamn stupid banner. It's never going to change, right? You're just going to stay with the stupid idea, even though it's a stupid concept to have a big giant huge fucking banner on the page. It's just going to be like that forever. I mean, I saw for a couple of weeks she actually fixed it because somebody posted banners that were half as thick. At least that was some benefit. But please, explain the logic to me of wasting vertical space on the goddamn page. I mean, whose monitor is shaped like this? I mean, everybody's monitor's getting wider, okay, not longer. And so wasting vertical space on a goddamn web page is goddamn stupid. Shit. So anyway, I'm sorry for the hostility, but this is just, like I said, I mean, these goddamn, oh, sorry. Anyway, I mean, look, people, like I said, it's their business. They want to just do this social interaction thing, and they want to love each other and pet each other and do all that kind of bullshit. That's fine. It's just not, I don't see how that has any useful potential, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's nothing. You're either going to do something or you do nothing. It's not, and I don't think it's going to pull in eyeballs. I don't think it's going to, I don't think it has any potential to grow into anything. All it has potential to grow into is a little community that has its own little static values that it applies inconsistently based on who's friends with who. And there's no other mechanism to force people to do the right thing or to show their true colors. I mean, isn't that really what it's about? I mean, shouldn't all this rhetoric, especially in the rhetoric room, the room where people are going to discuss things, I mean, shouldn't their true colors be revealed? I mean, should hypocrisy and duplicity and game playing be the only agenda ever? No, whatever. Don't know if there's much else to say. I'm just saying that there's probably ways to create mechanisms. You know, even like a top 10 thing. You could have a top 10 vlogger room or something, you know, or portion, or just an identity. And somebody could challenge somebody in that elite room or whatever, and then the community could decide, well, that guy goes or that guy goes back to the regular status. You know, it'd be just nice to have some way to rate what's going on here, identify what's going on here, so we even know what we can expect. I mean, just throwing everything on a page, just throwing it there without having any way to identify what is what, is, I think, pointless. And to mix everything together, you know, the stupid, you know, the clowns, the professors, it's just, forget it. There's just no point in it, in my opinion. It's just not productive. It's not useful. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think it's purposeful. There. So anyway, so fuck you to all you assholes who have to just, you know, you have nothing good to say. All you're good for is criticizing. All you're good is, you know, pointing your finger at something and saying, oh, asshole, 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 jerk, stupid, lame, waste of time, you're not making me happy, you're not cotton candy, I want cotton candy, you know, oh, your video's, you know, more than 3 minutes long, oh, it's too long. You know, fuck you. Just fuck you.